Hey everybody. Oh, give you a couple minutes to sign in. And let me just share this. Been busy outside working on a table. It's gonna take a while to get it done. But it's gonna look really good once I'm finished. I'll give you a sneak peek after. Why is this not coming up? Make sure you say hello when you come in. That way I know you're here. If you're watching this on replay, type hashtag replay. I'll just share this. Okay, I think I got it now. Turn the volume off here. Hey, Pam. You made it. I'm just going to set that up as best I can. I'm just going to give it a couple minutes for people to come in. So tonight I'm going to do this big 18 by 18 Sylvie again. Hey, Lysandra. Lysandra's watching upstairs. So I'm going to use a couple of transfers tonight. One is the Modern Floral. I really like that one. And then I'm going to use Home from There's No Place Like Home. So it's actually going to almost fill up this whole area on the 18 by 18 board. Hey, Kyle. Hi from upstairs. Yeah. I guess I should put my glasses on, then I don't have to squint to see the comments. Hi from Langley. Hopefully the weather's good for you there. And it's good in Princeton. All right, well, I think we're going to get started. So like I said, I'm doing the Modern Floral tonight. And this is one of the Chocolate transfers. This is an 18 by 18 transfer. I've used this one a couple of times already, so it's got, some of the ink has gone into the transfer. Our transfers are silk screen. On the back of each one, it tells you how to peel, apply, remove, clean, dry, and store. So the bigger ones I'm keeping in the original packaging. The smaller ones I'm going to start putting into a binder. I've ordered some of the 8 by 10 backer sheets so I can put it on. It'll be easier to keep track of them. All right, looking forward. Yeah, thanks for coming. I think this is your first time watching, isn't it, Pam? You've got such a busy schedule. Okay, so I'm just going to put this aside. Now, before I take the transfer off the backer sheet, I'm actually going to clean my surface. So this is the one that I did the other day. And because I don't have enough to fill the area yet, I'm just going to clean this one off and I'm going to redo it with the Modern Floral. But you can see it's completely dry. It's not going to come off. The only time it's going to come off is if I put water on it and I use the board eraser on it. So I'm going to spray some water. Now, when you clean the board, you don't have to use distilled water, but if you're watering down your paste, then definitely use distilled water. Tap water can cause mold to grow in your chalk paste, and you don't want that. So let me find my board erasers. Yeah, I love this car. I am going to redo it when I get a little bit more of the pieces that go together for it. Okay, so I'm just wiping it, and you can see how easy this is coming off. A little bit of water, and just work it on here. This one has 3 layers on it, so the chalk paste is a little bit thicker than what it would normally be. So it's going to take me going over it a couple times. Okay, so that is all wiped off. Now I'm going to spray it again. Really get it clean. I'm going to have to fill my water bottle up again. Okay, so I'm just going to go over it again. And you can see I've got a lot of paste on here. So I'm actually going to get, I had a paper towel. Excuse me while I rinse this. Just reaching over to my water bath. And just plain water. Going over it again. I want to start with a nice clean surface. And this board is one of our new 18 by 18 Sylvies. I'm so in love with it. The size of the frame is a little bit bigger. And it's completely square. And I'm just using a microfiber cloth to make sure that the area is really dry. All right. Just going to check for comments. Hey, Marika. Oh, you know what? It might have been me off screen, Pam. Because when I came back, it actually looked like I was frozen, but I wasn't. Okay, so now this is a larger transfer. With any of the larger transfers, I'm actually going to peel it backer side. I'm not going to take the transfer off the backer. I'm going to take the backer off the transfer. And to get it started, this is an older transfer, so I'm not going to have a problem getting it off. But you would just run your finger along the tab, the side, and then pull it back. I'm just going to put it down. This is very sticky. You can see how it's sticking to me. Now I'm going to use the fuzzing towel, and I want to take some of that stickiness off. So this is our fuzzing towel. The side that has the label on it is the side you're going to fuzz with. The other side is a microfiber for cleaning. So I'm just going to put it on top of the transfer. Is yours still frozen, Pam? There's about a 30-second delay, too, for me to see your... Okay, awesome. So I'm just putting a little bit of fuzz on the transfer so that it's not quite as sticky. If I was doing this on fabric, I wouldn't fuzz the transfer. But because I'm doing it on a chalkboard surface, I want to make sure that it doesn't stick too much. If that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. And then I'm going to flip this and put it on the board. I want to do something different. So it's part of this in the middle is going to be, oh, this is sticking. 1 second. I want too. I want to make sure it's centered first of all. But I'm having problems because it's so big. I give it a little tug and it pulls a huge amount. Hang on. Come on. Let's try this again. It's such a big transfer. Maybe I should have fuzzed it just a little bit more. Okay, I think I got it. So now you're going to put some pressure on it. You want to make sure that the area that has the silk screen in it, so wherever it's clear, it's not the teal color, you want to make sure that there's no air bubbles in that. So I'm just running my hands along it. You can actually feel it if there's some air bubbles. And sometimes in the right light, you can see that there's an air bubble in it. So you just want to smooth that air bubble out. If you don't get it out, you'll actually hear it when you're running the chalk paste along it. You'll hear like a crackling sound. And you know you've hit a air bubble then. Okay. Hey, Anita. Okay, so we've got a few people on tonight. So if you comment, share the live on your page, and you'll get an entry into a draw. I'm going to do a prize draw tonight. So get those comments. If you have questions, let me know. Not one word at a time, Kyle. One question at a time. I know you love doing that, don't you? All right, so make sure you share it and like my page. Okay, so now this is the tricky part. I've never actually done this before, but I've seen it done. So I'm going to take another transfer. This is the home transfer, and I'm going to fuzz it up because I'm going to put it on top of my modern floral. And the reason I'm putting it on top is I need to see where I want to have the separation. So I'm just going to try and center this. And then I'm going to put some transfer tape down, placement tape, so that it's my guide where I'm going to chalk. I'm not going to chalk over that area. If I can find the beginning. It's like Scotch tape. Can you ever find the beginning of the Scotch tape when you really need it? Drives me crazy. Okay, so I've got a long enough piece here. Now I want to make sure that this is straight. So I'm going to stand up for this. And I think that's good. I hope you guys can see this okay. Okay, so that's the top one done. And there it is. I'll do the bottom one. All right. Now I want to keep it as close to the width of the home. I think you guys can see where I'm going with this, can't you? I think it's going to look cool. All right, so now I have the placement tape down where I don't want to chalk, because I'm going to do one color here, and then I'm going to do the home in another color. But I'm going to actually pull the home off after I've done this area here. It kind of doesn't make sense probably right now, but hopefully when you see it, you'll see my vision. Who else joined us? What kind of wine is that? Good question. I haven't been drinking wine. Glenn just went and got some wine because Joanne and Corrine came up for the afternoon. I think it's a Pinot Gris. Grey Monk Pinot Gris. That's what it is, Marika. You know he likes his Grey Monk. All right, just want to make sure I catch everybody. Oh, Bobby's watching. Awesome. Make sure you share the live. You get your name into a draw. So the Modern Floral, I'm going to do in the greige. And I'm picking this because all of our walls are painted Revere Pewter, which is greige. So I thought, you know, if I decide I'm going to keep this, it'll match our decor. But I don't know if I'll keep it. Okay, this is a brand new chalk paste. So I'm just going to scrape off the excess back in the jar. And I'm going to take a stir stick. And I'm going to mix it really well. Now you want it to be yogurt, sour cream consistency. Nice and smooth. All right, that looks really good. And I'm going to use, I think I might use the big handle squeegee for this one because it's a really big surface to cover. So I'm going to take some and just across the top. And I want to remember that I'm not going past where I put my placement tape. I'm probably not going to need that much, but I can always put the excess back into the jar. So start at the top and drag it down. Making sure that I've got everything covered. Right at the top. And if I get it on the frame or outside the board, I can always wipe it off when I'm done. Okay, so that is covered. I'm going to scrape the rest back into the container. I'll put that aside. Now, because I'm doing the top and the bottom differently, I'm going to just pull this top piece off because I don't want it to dry while I'm working on the bottom. So I'm working towards the middle so that I'm not pulling on the side of the transfer, because if I pull just from the corner, it could distort the transfer. So I'm pulling this back. And then I'm going to just hit it with the blow dryer. And it doesn't take very long to dry at all. So once this is dry, I'll put the transfer back. And that looks good. So I'm just going to lay this down here. And I'm going to work on the bottom piece now. So same thing again. I'm going to take some chalk paste and put it across. And it's better to have too much than not enough, because then you could risk of it drying. So again, I'm just going to drag from where the placement tape is all the way down. And I think I heard an air bubble in there. All the way across. There we go. And I think this is actually starting to dry already. So I might have to dry it and put the transfer back down and do another coat, because I think I let it sit for too long. I have a fan going above me and that's not helping when I'm doing these. But if I didn't have the fan going, oh, it'd be pretty warm in here. Okay, I'm just going to pull it slowly. Nope, that worked. Okay, so now I've pulled it back. I'm going to use the hair dryer again, and it's just on a cool setting. And I see that there's a little bit of a mess up here in the leaf. So that's where the air bubble was. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a Q-tip after I'm finished everything. And I can wipe that spot off that's over here. So now I'm going to take the placement tape off. And throw that out. And same with the bottom. I still want to use the home transfer. So I'm just going to take that off here. And put that aside. And now I'm going to pull the whole transfer off. And it's going to go right into the water bath. Just be a second. Just want to make sure that this transfer doesn't stick to itself because it's so big and my water bath is just a small little, like a dish pan that you buy at the dollar store. I think I need to get a bigger, like a roasting pan or something. So now I'm going to take and just scrape the sides of my chalk paste because I'm finished with this color. And put the lid back on. Over here. And I think I'm going to use the honeydew for the words. So I'm going to take the home transfer now. I'm going to put it back where I took it off from. It's got some gray on there. I don't want that. Okay. So there's a few little spots I can see right now where the grayish came through, but that's, like I said, we can clean that up, no problem after. Okay, so now the honeydew. I'm going to mix that up with the spatula. Just make sure it's nice and creamy. If it's not, you just add a little bit of distilled water to it. Okay. I'm going to put that down there. Use my squeegee and drag it across the silkscreen area. If you guys have any questions while I'm working, just write them in the comments, and I'll answer them after I do this part. I'm just scraping all the excess back into the container. I need to do a little bit here. Wasn't quite enough. And when you're putting the chalk paste down, you're going to do, a fair amount of pressure in the silk screen area. The only time I wouldn't put too much pressure on is if I was doing ink. Okay, so that's done. Now we're going to pull this up. And again, I'm pulling side to side. This is a narrower edge, so I'm going to do it that way rather than pulling from the top. I don't like how that turned out, so I'm going to lay it back down. I'm going to add a little bit more because the area it started to dry. I'm just going to go over it again. And that's the beauty of this stuff. It's so easy to make changes if you find a mistake. You can start over. I mean, you saw how easy it was to wipe off the bug, the beetle transfer, and do something new. And that's the beauty of this. You can have something for 3 months, 6 months, a year, and you can decide, no, I want to change it up. I don't like what this is anymore. Your taste can change. The seasons can change. Christmas time. You want to decorate your place up for Christmas. There's some amazing Christmas transfers. All right. So this one is a little bit distressed. Oh, and there's no room in my water bucket. So I'm just going to dry this, and then we'll clean out the areas. So the H on here is a little bit missing. So I think what happened is my chalk paste dried too fast. But it is supposed to have all the other holes in it. It's very distressed. This is the same one I did for the There's No Place Like Home with the red shoes with the glitter on them. I love that one. Okay, so now I'm going to take just a Q-tip, and these are the makeup Q-tips. So they have a little bit of a pointy end on them. Just going to spritz some water. And I'm just going to go over this area where I got some chalk paste. It just wipes off so easily. All right. And I think that might be it. I've got it on the frame over here. I'm going to wipe that off. Super easy to clean it. All right. Now, I could just wipe the home off and redo it. I put the transfer in to wash it. So if I was to take it out and redo it, which I probably will tonight because I'm a little bit OCD about things being the way they're supposed to be, I will just wipe this area here. I'll wash my transfer off and dry it. And if I want to use it right away, I'll just hit it with the cool blow dryer. I won't put any heat on it because that'll wreck the transfer. Okay. So this is kind of what I was going for. And I will fix up the H in home because that would drive me crazy. What do you guys think? Like, it just shows, like, the versatility. You can take multiple different transfers and, oh, you've got a glare on there, and create something that's unique to you and that goes with the decor in your home. So it's pretty awesome. So if you'd like more information on the shop page or the link to these transfers, type #shop. If you'd like more information on our monthly specials, type #VIP, and I'll put the link for the VIP group in the comments. Or if you'd like to find out more information about doing this for yourself, having a workshop at your home, or we could even do a virtual workshop over Facebook. Type #host. And I think that's all for tonight. Tomorrow night, I'm not sure if I'm going to still be working on my big project, but I'll keep you guys posted. I'm going to post some pictures of the work in progress. It's a large piece. I took my coffee table from the living room outside, and I'm chalking on it. It's going to look really cool. I can't wait to show you guys. Anyways, that's it for me tonight. Just a short one. I will see you tomorrow night at 7 for another project. I haven't decided whether it's going to be the coffee table or something different. Anyways, I will chalk with you guys later. All right, have a good night.